Hi, I'm Tony Abadi for AtmosAir Solutions. In today's short video, we will walk you through the proper installation of our Matterhorn 1000 and 1002 units. AtmosAir uses our patented bipolar ion technology to offer superior air cleaning. In each carton you'll receive the Matterhorn 1000 or 1002 unit, the bipolar ion tube, a bag of mounting hardware, the installation mounting frame, a power cord, a booklet of installation, operational, and maintenance procedures, and also our warranty card. AtmosAir systems are designed to be installed in the main supply air of the air handling system. In the case of this air handler, that'll be right here in the main supply duct. Some things to look out for and to avoid are sources of excessive heat and also excessive moisture. So if there's a humidifier installed in place, please put your system upstream of the humidifier. If there's a heat source, such as a direct-fired furnace, try to put your unit as far downstream of that heat source as possible. The one thing we always have to be sure of is to put our AtmosAir tube and unit in the main supply, as putting it upstream of any filters will block the flow of ions and greatly diminish the system's effectiveness. Now that you've picked out a suitable location, it's time to mark the spaces where you'll need to cut the hole and access for the system. The mounting frame that comes with the kit both serves as a way to mount the unit to the duct, but also as a template for your cutouts. Take a pen and mark the hole locations where you'll need to drill holes for access for the screws that will be affixed to this system, to this bracket, and then trace along the inside and mark your duct cutout. Do not trace around these tabs, as these will be bent over. Now you're ready to cut your access into the duct. Now that you've made your markings on the duct where you're going to do your cutout and your hole locations, it's time to drill. A 1/4-inch drill bit should work very well for the holes that you need to drill at each corner for the mounting frame. For cutting into the duct, use suitable sheet metal cutters. Also, I always recommend that when working around metal ducting and power drills, use eye protection that's suitable, and also wear a pair of gloves, as duct edges can be quite sharp. Now that you've made your duct cutout, you can install your mounting frame onto the duct. You can also install the Matterhorn unit without this mounting frame by simply making the duct cutout, not drilling these holes, and using the supplied self-tapping sheet metal screws. But if you care to use the frame, and the frame makes it a bit easier for future service, take the supplied machine screws and screw them into the frame at the threaded hole locations. Now we're going to bring the frame inside the hole and bring these threaded screws back out through the corner holes. Now that you've done that, take these tabs that are here in the middle and bend them over so that you can hold this frame in place. They'll easily bend by hand, but just to be certain, take a pair of pliers and make sure they're good and tight. Now you'll see that the frame and the screws are held securely in place. Okay, now that you have your frame attached to the ducts and the metal tabs bent over, there are 4 supply nuts that fit onto these machine screws. Thread them onto the corners of each one of these screws, again, just to make this more rigid and hold better to the duct. You can then take a wrench and tighten these down. Okay, now we're ready to install our Matterhorn unit onto the duct. Taking it out of its packaging and carefully lay it upside down to expose the tube holder. Always use the enclosed pad so that way it rests on a soft surface. Be very careful not to bang down the ion control switch, as this can be sensitive and damage can occur. Take the supplied bipolar tube and thread it into the socket. You'll need to pull back this metal contact as you're doing it, but be careful not to pull it back too hard and disfigure it in the process. The tube simply screws on, much like a light bulb. With tube in place and secondary strap making good contact to the tube, you're ready to install it onto your duct frame. Now that you have your unit, tube installed, you can now bring it over these threaded screws and onto the duct frame. Again, take your time with this process as not to bang the tube around the sides of the duct. Now that that's sitting over these threaded screws, there are some supplied butterfly nuts. Simply twist the butterfly nuts on until they're hand tight. And now your Matterhorn is physically installed. It's that simple. Okay, well, congratulations, you're almost done. Now the final step is to plug it in. Connect the power cord to a power source, which may be a receptacle. It could also be a junction box if you need to, and plug it right into the top of the unit. When power is applied, the green light should illuminate, indicating the unit's powered. There's a 5-position switch on the front, off 1 through 5. Slowly step it through the settings. As you're doing that, and step closer to the unit, you'll hear the tube making a buzzing sound. That buzzing sound will get stronger as you increase the setting from 1 to 5. Now that you've done that, the unit is up and functioning. Also, when making adjustments to this knob, be very slow about it. Turning the knob quickly can cause the knob to be broken and also can cause internal damage to the unit. So when making an adjustment, always pause in between the settings. I appreciate you spending the time with us and learning how to install our Matterhorn 1000 and 1002 unit. And if you have any questions, please visit our website at www.atmosair.com.